Well, hello there to all you wisdom walkers out there, want to be wisdom walkers, going to be wisdom walkers. This is Jojopah Maria and Saroma coming to you with astrology for self mastery for October the 1st through the 17th. Yeah. Incredible, incredible, incredible time we are in, folks. Amazing stuff is going on. We are in what's called the eclipse season because we have two eclipses, one in a new moon coming up, and then 14 days later, one in the full moon. So it's a pretty powerful time. And also Pluto has gone direct. And I will give you all the good information about that in just a moment. Just want to say that this rare event that we're having with the solar eclipse is really a portal opening. And I'll talk more and show you a graphic about the Ring of Fire if you're not familiar with it. But it is a portal. And there are things that are being eclipsed out of our lives, things that can't support us in moving forward and being in the truth of who we need to be on this planet to get to this higher level of understanding and connectivity and relating and living with each other. So, stuff is going out so that stuff can come in. And I'm pretty excited for all of it, but it's painful right now. That's no joke. I know a lot of people are going through some really challenging times. We know what's happening on the global stage. And of course it's also happening in our personal lives. So let me begin to share with you this astrology from October, really the 2nd is when the first aspect shows up, through to October the 17th. And as always, I'm going to start with some quotes from some of the reliable astrologers that I use for my live streams. The first one comes from Lena Stevens, and The Power Path is the name of her website. And she says, open yourself up to new possibilities and new inspirations. It is a creative time to reach for support and acknowledge the changing vibration on the planet. Do your part by raising the vibration of something in your life or environment through an improvement or change. No matter how small, the significant thing is to start somewhere. And then Astro Butterfly says the eclipse season is when things happen. So in October, we know we're up for some interesting developments. And then Nariana Montufar, she says, according to New Orleans-based astrologer and guide Raquel Reyes, this October will be a powerful cosmic month and a time of growth, revelation, and change, with two potent eclipses that are sure to create major shifts in our lives. Eclipses are the way we experience accelerated change. However, at a deeper level, they are our biggest opportunities for self-actualization. Therefore, the best medicine for October is to embrace surrender and acceptance, as often we find the wheel of fate and destiny turning on our behalf, which means we get to release control and let go of the pressure. Yeah. So needed, right? Like, we totally need that. Yeah, absolutely. So here we go, back to Monday, October the 2nd. Excuse me, I meant to make that a little bigger for you. There we go. Back to Tuesday, October the 3rd. Oh, wait, I apologize. I might have jumped ahead. There I go. It started on the 2nd. It was a Monday. And on this day, we had Mercury in Virgo opposite Neptune, which is still retrograde in my sign of Pisces. And as it says, this aspect brings a balance between logic and creativity as we can think of the future we desire and make a solid plan on how to bring it to reality. Get ready for some major breakthroughs. So if you think back to that first Monday of this month, and I know I definitely felt some shift happen as soon as October rolled in. And I, of course, was conscious that the shift would be coming, but I could actually feel the vibration of it. And I hope that you were able to feel that too. Then on Tuesday, the 3rd, we had Mercury in Virgo trining Pluto, which at this time was retrograde in Capricorn. And it says a day of innovation during this powerful aspect, allowing us to come up with the perfect solution to some of our most complex problems. A great day career-wise as we let people see our best selves. It's positive for going to interviews, applying for jobs, or asking, quote unquote, the boss for a promotion. So again, an opposition we had the day before that actually was really turning out to be some good energy, which you wouldn't think an opposition would be, but it depends on the aspects and who's involved. And then we get a trine, which is flow energy, also giving us some powerful energy. So, we opened up the month with some really powerful energy going on. And I have a comment I want to share. Queen Amina, yes, lots of love to you. Oh, you're a Virgo sun. Wow. Yeah. And feeling it. Yeah. It's pretty powerful right now. Absolutely. Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure. And so let's go forward with Wednesday, October the 4th. And on this day, we had Mercury entering Libra. And, when the planets change their position in the sky, that's always something to be noticing, something to be conscious of. And of course, we're in Libra season, so there's a lot of Libra energy that is going on. This one is about charms and social grace are high over the next 2 weeks as we finally stop worrying about what can go wrong and focus on creating diplomatic connections that can help us in the future. If you've been stuck with a long laundry list of to-dos and decisions to make, Mercury's transit in Libra is a great opportunity to finally make these crucial decisions that have been pending. Again, this month opens up with this flow energy, lots of flow movement going on. So now we go over to last Sunday, the 8th. And here we had Mars in Libra squaring Pluto. Again, it's still retrograde at this time in Capricorn. And it says here, control issues will be brought to our attention, either ours or those of an outside party. Control dramas are rooted in fear, so consciously choose a loving response to any conflict or trouble. Yeah. And that's like something we need to do on a daily basis. It's so easy for us to move into those control dramas. Yeah. And unconsciously. Absolutely. Also on the 8th, we had another planetary shift. This is Venus entering into the sign of Virgo. Now, as it says here, after an unusual 4-month stay in Leo, the planet of love and money, it's also comfort and having enough and affection and beauty. Venus is finally moving out and into Virgo on October 8th through 9th. Venus moving onwards and forwards in the sky brings radical change. This means we can leave our frustrations behind by beginning a journey which will heighten our pleasures, finances, and romantic endeavors. Over the next 4 weeks, we will be spending less, but focusing more on what makes us feel beautiful. And I really believe that song from the Temptations, beauty's only skin deep. So the beauty that it is referring to here is about Are we being kind? Are we being patient? Are we being peaceful? What is the beauty? Not just kind of like, how are we looking? Too much of that'll drive us crazy. Got a Facebook user sending some planets, saying right on. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And someone else is saying, hey, Jojopah, checking in. Hi, thank you for checking in. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. So again, this opening of the month has, given us some good flow energy here, some good things, some positive things, some hopeful things that are going on, although we are in the midst of all of this change. So on Monday, the 9th, we have Venus in Virgo, but opposing Saturn, which is also retrograde in my sign of Pisces. And it says here, this lonely aspect can bring us a sense of sadness due to delays and delusion. Spend time alone or focus on practical matters. I really believe that this aspect here, because again, we have this flow energy, and so flow energy really strengthens us. And so I'm feeling that what's going on with this is that we're getting activated in some things that, we haven't wanted to maybe feel or look at, like some grief, some loss that has gone on over the summer or over this year. So that sense of sadness here, I really think that's what got pushed up. And I can't tell you enough that if you do feel sadness, if you do feel grief, take on learning how to transform it so you don't transfer it. And, you can be releasing it. You don't have to hold on to it. But until you become conscious of it, you really can't know that it's going on. Yeah. So we want these kind of aspects to help us become conscious of, okay, what's really going on, what's really happening, so that we can shift it up. Absolutely. So now on Tuesday, the 10th, we have Pluto going direct, and in that sign of Capricorn. So I'm going to give you some of the background information about Pluto in Capricorn, so that the understanding about this aspect showing up now can be more useful for you. Let me say that. Yeah, absolutely. So as it says here, the energetic of Pluto in Capricorn, this transit holds our unconscious biases and behaviors up for review, encouraging us to evaluate deeply imprinted subconscious material. Sounds like ancestral wounds to me. Yeah. It says our engagement as consumers, the efficacy of adages like the grind or work hard, play hard, and most notably, the myth of meritocracy. And that means that, if I get all A's and if I win, or if I'm the person that everybody has been told should be in charge, that I should go ahead. So that things are only based on my merit, not based on like my need, when I need some help. Yeah. So as it says here, these are finally being questioned. As we break from business as usual, we have begun more considerate dialogues about how to uplift the welfare of people. And this is going on, but definitely not enough. We need more of this. But this is kind of the energetic that Pluto being in Capricorn has been bringing. Yeah, it's been in Capricorn for over 8 years. So yeah, this is why things are going the way they're going. So this is the last time Pluto will be direct in Capricorn for a while, folks. And as we spend the last few months with Pluto in the sign of the goat, this is an ideal time to focus on the lessons we've learned over the last decade and how we can use them in the new age of Aquarius. Having been retrograde since May 1st, Pluto's forward movement encourages the outer expression of our inner transformation. I'll repeat that. Pluto's forward movement encourages the outer expression of our inner transformation. This is rebirth time. Yeah. Yeah. Really, really important. And I definitely felt this transition. I felt the energy, and it was a flow energy. I felt really like, I got some validation on some stuff that before had been a little worrying to me or disappointing, but I got a validation. No, 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 it's all in order, and you did exactly what you needed to do. Also, some other things that showed up, or some things that showed up for friends. And I knew that, okay, Pluto is going forward now. We can begin, as it says, to experience that outwardly, the inner transformation that we've been going through. So yeah, this has been good stuff. And I think I have one more slide for you about Pluto. Yeah. So when an outer planet like Pluto changes direction, its energy is stronger than usual. On October 11th, the Plutonic energy will be at its peak. This is when we can expect intense thoughts, feelings, and events that will catalyze profound transformation in our lives. Pluto feels cathartic and purifying. They ask us to remove what's out of alignment so we can create space for new growth, new life to grow. The ego conflicts and power struggles that occur in our lives now have a deeper meaning and are a wake-up call to inspect the motives behind our actions. Again, this is about discerning between choosing fear over love or profits over people. Yeah. Pluto, as this is the planet that rules our subconscious. So know too that sometimes you don't get the experience of the energetic of the planetary transits on that exact day, but the energetic is coming in on that day. So sometimes you feel it before, like I feel a lot of stuff before, but sometimes you'll feel it after. It may not be like a day or two after. It could take a month sometimes. But what's important is to know that this energy is out there and available for you to really shift up in your life. Why? Right, to get to those happy endings. Yeah, to stop feeling defeated and in despair about what's going on in your life. Yeah. Another comment, a Facebook user sending me hearts. Isn't that wonderful? I received the love. Absolutely. Thank you so much. Yeah. So that's one of the biggest aspects of this beginning part of October. But let's jump now to yesterday, which was the 11th, and we had another planetary shift. This is Mars going into Scorpio. And it says, if there's a true desire for change, there is very little that can hold us back. Once we know what we need to change, Mars and Scorpio will give us the strength to take that action by channeling this energy to change our lives for the better. We have a good chance of coming out on the other side of this planetary shift as winners. Again, just more, wonderful information about the fact that we are to be going forward and stepping into something new, something that we've been wanting, something we've been desiring, some change that we want. And so the universe is aligning. The universe is lining up, stepping up and saying, oh yeah, I got you. I got your back. Obviously. Ooh, here's Miss Carmen Ray. Hey, Carmen. I'm so ready for change. You in it, sweetheart. It is happening. It is happening. And folks, sometimes the change doesn't come the way we think it should. Sometimes it comes from some painful stuff, like what I went through with my bronchitis. But it really shifted me up. I am healthier now than I've been in a year. I'll say that. Yeah. Hey, there's Lori. She's a Libra. She just had a birthday this week. And she say, I'm ready too. Oh yeah, absolutely. It's just time. Yeah, yeah. And, as you'll see with more of these aspects that we've got going on, we are going to be propelled and pushed up into the change in ways that are just, we can't even imagine. So let's talk about Friday the 13th. Friday the 13th is usually looked at as a bad luck day, but that got twisted up down through the ages. Let me tell you about what 13 is. 13 is a very powerful number that indicates change and transformation. The numerology of 13 is a 4. 4 in numerology is all about foundational things. So what this is saying is that, the energetic of the number 13 is that it influences change. It's bringing some change. And you may not like how it comes. You may not like it. Like, I didn't like my bronchitis, but it gave me a foundation. It gave me something to stand on so that I can be healthy now going forward. I've learned or got reminded, but I've gotten everything I need right now to really take care of my health, mentally, physically, emotionally. So don't be afraid of Friday 13th. Look forward to it. Open up to, okay, how is it going to help me with what it is that I'm wanting in my life so I can have my other happy endings, right? Because we're supposed to be having lots of happy endings, not just one or two. So tomorrow we got Mars and Scorpio trining Saturn, still retrograde in my sign of Pisces. And this is interesting. It says our loyalties are tested today when we need to stand up for the people we love. We also find out who's able to stand in our corner at this time and who isn't. And so to me, this aspect is talking again about, as things are shifting, things are changing, the way you perceive something or someone is also going to change. And so, a lot of times we're in relationships that are codependent, meaning we have made a one-way bargain that I will do this for this person. And if I do it, they're going to love me. Yeah. And vice versa. So what this is about is really, more of those rose-colored glasses are being pulled off our eyes. It's a trine, it's a flow energy, because you really need to discern between who can support you in the truth of who you are and who can't. Now, it doesn't make them bad. It doesn't make them evil. It's not about that. It's just accepting that they're not able to do that. Yeah. Yeah. And when you're standing up, for people you love, that you're standing up for yourself. That's really what that's about. So just pay attention to that. Yeah. Really cool aspect. And then drum roll. Here we go. We are moving into this eclipse season. Yeah. So what we have first is what's called a new moon annular solar eclipse, and it's in the sign of Libra. And annular eclipses are rare. I think they only happen maybe once every 2 to 3 years. So as it says here, the eclipse window is from 8:15 a.m. to approximately 11 a.m. Pacific time. So if you're on the East Coast, that would be 11:15 a.m. until 2 p.m. And everybody else in between. So it's about a good 3-hour, portal opening. And the ring of fire may be seen in some areas. I did look at the website for NASA, and I'll leave the link in the description box below this video. If you want to take a look, they've got some great charts up. But it's interesting, the swath of how it's moving. It goes across the United States from like up in Alaska and down into the Southwest. So people in Albuquerque, New Mexico, like my friend Queen Adara, she might be able to see it. You gotta have special glasses and all that good stuff, but that's how it's moving. And then it goes down into Central America, through over the top of South America and on. So it's very interesting, the path of this eclipse. I was really surprised by that. Yeah. So none of the coasts of the United States will be able to see it. But We'll all be feeling it because, as it says, this is a very important time that initiates the eclipse window, marking a time of intense change and transformation. Now, this eclipse and the new moon, and again, new moon is always about new beginnings, right? But when you add in this portal of the Ring of Fire, yeah, you getting something radical here. So, like it says, a new moon solar eclipse represents cyclical renewal and gives a refreshing burst of energy and initiative. This is a south node solar eclipse. It's square Pluto and conjunct Mercury, which is a call for total authenticity in how we communicate. That's a really important one, especially for all of us who make our living by talking and teaching and sharing and facilitating. Yeah, we need to be authentic if we're not doing that, or if we don't understand how we're not doing that. This is at this powerful solar eclipse, we have the opportunity to press the reset button on all unhealthy relationships. Let's talk about that for a minute, folks. Let's talk about this Ring of Fire portal. Yeah. Whatever this new is that's coming onto the earth plane, the people who are going to be able to be helping others navigate through whatever challenges and changes come are the people who are really taking on self-love, commitment seriously. And when you love yourself, when you're able to love yourself, the last thing you do is continue to stay in an unhealthy, codependent, toxic relationship. Yeah. Whether that is an intimate partner, whether that's a family member, whether that's a colleague, whether that's a friend. You took off your rose-colored glasses, be like, oh, yeah. So this energetic of this eclipse, because it's about the external things for us, what's going on externally, solar. The lunar one will be internal, but this one is looking at what's in my environment that needs to be eclipsed. And because it's Libra, there's a focus on relationships. So be honest with yourself and really look at where you may be actively engaging in a toxic relationship, in an unhealthy relationship. Again, work-wise, intimate partnership, friend, family, however. And choose and set an intention. If you do it during the 3 hours when the portal's open, it's good. But you can do it again today, you can do it a week later, whatever. But set an intention that you're ready to transcend that. You're ready to go forward out of that. That you no longer want to enable it. You no longer want to live it. You no longer want to have it. That you are ready to go forward. Yeah. Because here's what's waiting on the other side. Ah, beautiful. Yeah. A new beginning. Right relationship. People who get you, people who can support you, someone who really is able to love you because you're loving yourself. Yeah. Family members got to go through their stuff. You can't live somebody else's life, whether they're your children, your siblings, your parents even, and your job is to pray for them and love on them, but you don't have to take on their pain. You don't have to be an emotional dumping ground for the people that you love. Yeah. Somebody said, yes, absolutely. Absolutely. And also somebody sent me a rose. Thank you. I received. We all need that rose. I'm giving it out to everybody too. Thank you. But yeah, this is what's waiting for us. We're going to have this new beginning, but you can't get to this if you don't use this. Yeah, there's that portal. So it's about letting go of what cannot support you in the truth of who you are. Clean up your external environment. Now, this ain't an easy thing, folks. I ain't saying it's easy. It's hard, especially when it's what you're used to and it feels comfortable, But trust me, you will be so grateful if you just set that intention. You don't have to have the courageous conversation or anything like that. No, just set the intention. That's all the universe is asking you to do. And then how it needs to, dissolve, that will show up. You'll get the support you need, the language you need, everything will fall in place. But until you choose that, it can't happen. Yeah. And let me tell you too about this energy. Go back and show you this portal picture, because this is no joke. This energy, it's like if you don't let go of what's not working, that new energy is coming in. See the portal? It's open. It's open. So there's things going out, but there's things coming in. So if you remain in a situation that's not conducive to your well-being, when the new information comes in, the new energies come in, the new opportunities come in, you're going to be really just twisted, disrupted. It's not going to be a good day. Okay? And yes, will you miss out on stuff? Yeah, because you're not in a position to have it. You'll see it, you can wave at it, but it won't be able to come to you. So I can't emphasize this enough about, again, setting that intention so you can move forward. Yeah. And now, on the last aspect I want to talk about with you, it comes 3 days after, on Tuesday, October the 17th, and it is about Juno entering Virgo. And very interesting, this is about relationships as well. Now, Juno, this is an asteroid that travels close to the Earth, and it's named after the queen of the ancient Roman gods, and it represents commitment in relationships. Juno is a large asteroid in the asteroid belt, and the third asteroid discovered in 1804. And Juno in astrology can illuminate new insights into just how you thrive in long-term committed relationships. So when the asteroid of relationships moves into stoic Virgo, she suffers no slackers over the next few weeks as we demand perfection from our partner or nothing at all. While this can help us get rid of toxic relationships, remember to cut people some slack. We're only human. I love that. I love that got put in. But some people don't need to be cut no slack. Some people, it's like they're just not able and got the bandwidth to be in support of the truth of who you are. And so, yeah, they need to go. And it's okay. It's okay. You don't have to feel bad. You don't have to feel like you're doing something wrong. It's okay to put your oxygen mask on first before anything else. Yeah. Juno in Virgo. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. That's all I can say. All of this stuff, all of this change stuff, as we are being seriously stretched and growed. Yeah, we're being seriously stretched and growed. So take care of yourselves. Let yourselves have what it is that you need in order to be okay with you. Yeah, really, really important. And Miss Amina says, boundaries are the distance at which I can love you and me at the same time. Prentice Hemphill. I love that quote. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. We have got to include ourselves in our life and in our experiences. Yeah. Otherwise, it's not a good day. So, my darlings, I hope this has been a help to you. And I will come back with the next eclipse that's coming in 14 days after Saturday. I'll do that either next week or close to it. But in the meantime, with Pluto going direct, and you got Venus in Scorpio and Juno in Virgo and this eclipse, there's a lot. There is a lot going on. Yeah. So be gentle with yourselves. Take it easy. Love you too, Lori. Thank you so much. And just know that we're going to get through this. It's going to be okay. Yeah, it is. It's definitely going to be okay. Drink your water. Be kind to your pets and children, and get some fresh air and trust the process. Absolutely. And I will be live streaming my Wisdom Walk talk on Sunday after the eclipse, talking again about open wide to receive. So you'll find that notice will come out for that. I should do that today, but I'll do it tomorrow for the live stream. Anyway, be well, be safe. Much joy to you. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll talk to you again very soon. Bye bye now.